Roll is taken during advanced writing classes. This is done so students can receive credit for attending an instruction session. To take roll for the class, go to the library homepage and select the tab Services. Towards the top on the left side, there's a category labeled Research. Select the link Library Instruction Classes. Then on the right, click on the green button labeled Advanced Writing Sessions. Then sign in with your NetID and password. On the left side of the page, click on the librarian link and find the instructor you are assisting. Then click on the sessions link next to their name, find the session on the calendar, and then click View Roll. A page will load that shows a list of all the students in the class, and just select the box next to their name and click Update at the bottom of the page and log out.
LanSchool is a program we use here at the library at the instructor's request. This program controls student computers in the room and can do multiple things. To bring up this program, go to the tab on the toolbar on the lower right side of the screen. From that pop-up menu, select the LanSchool icon. Along the top toolbar, there are many options for controlling the students' screens. The first is blanking the student's screen so they cannot use them and encourages them to pay attention. Next, by selecting students, you can show a student's screen to the whole class, after clicking on the link to select their screen and demonstrate with their screen. The tabs along the top show all the available options. Programs can be run for students. The TAs can view all their screens without them knowing to help them stay on task. There are also message chat options and the ability to limit the web and applications for the computers.
Some instructors use iClickers for participation, quizzes, polls, and many other things. The iClickers and USB drive can be obtained from the HR secretaries. Take the bag to the classroom and log on to the Proctor computer. Take the USB out of the front pocket of the bag and plug it into the iClicker USB base at the computer. Make sure the iClickers are being distributed if it is being used by the library instructor, or that the students have their own if it is being used by the teacher of the class. Select the computer icon on the desktop, then double-click on the removable disk. Then select Mac or PC, depending on which room you are in. To start a quiz or iClicker quiz, select iClicker.exe. Choose to start a new session. This will open up a different window that has a few options: Start, Display, and Loan or Register. To open the network to students with their iClickers, click on Start. Sometimes the instructor wants the answers displayed as they are received wirelessly, which is done by selecting the Display option. Other instructors will ask you to not show the display at all. To end the quiz or proceed to the next question, select Stop. This will close the poll for that particular question. The poll must be stopped between each question so the answer options can be reset. The Loan or Register option makes it possible for the class roll to be taken wirelessly if the students have brought their own iClickers. If the instructor needs help figuring out how to email or store the results for grading, there are different documents loaded onto the USB to help that process.
Often during research sessions, you and the library instructor will go around and have one-on-one consultations with each student. The goal of these one-on-ones is to assess where students are at in their research, the roadblocks they are facing, and help them progress from wherever they are in their research. It is important to make students feel comfortable and open to discussing their topics with you. A large part of the reason you were hired for this position is because of your ability to interact with others. Be happy and try to get to know them. Let them know that you are there to help and do all that you can to help them succeed. First, start off by asking questions that will not lead to yes and no answers. Questions like, how is your research going? What is interesting to you about this topic? What questions do you have for me? The goal is to take students to a point where they can have success. Here are some tips on conducting effective one-on-ones. First, get to their level. No student wants to feel like he or she is being talked down to. Find a chair or kneel down beside each student. Second, find out their name. Once you know their name, remember it and use it several times while talking to them. They'll feel a lot friendlier and open with you. Third, Let them move the mouse. As tempting as it is to just take over, they'll remember better if they control the mouse and you guide them. Fourth, find out where they are in their research, how to best help them, what they are struggling with, etc. Ask them questions to get their mind going. Be friendly, and when they're being difficult and unresponsive, don't retaliate by making rude comments. If a student doesn't want help, don't push them. Move on to other students who do need help. Fifth, whether or not you felt like you were able to help the student, leave them with something to do, a place to go, or a database to work on before you move to another student. Don't just find them an article and do the work for them. Teach them what they need to know to continue the research process at home. If needed, you may direct them to a subject librarian that can help them. Once again, these are just suggestions, but they generally work in helping the students get the most out of the limited time you have with him or her. Have fun and enjoy talking with the student.